Hey, what up, YouTube? It's finally happened. Ricoh have released some official information about the new and upcoming Ricoh GR4, and this is it. This is the view of the rear, and we can straight away see some differences. I mean, we've got to talk about this. My wife thinks this is mind-numbingly boring, and in our little community here, we can talk about it together. So, key features: 53 gigabytes of internal storage. That's nice. No mention about the battery. This is apparently the working model of what we can expect. You can see there's not going to be a flash, and there is no tilt screen, and there is no viewfinder. Gone is the rear dial. We just take a quick gander at the GR3 and the GR3X over here. We've got the rear dial that people have a love-hate relationship with because it does tend to fail and start getting jittery. So that has gone. It's gone back to having something similar to the Ricoh GR2 and the GR1. We've got a rocker switch up here, plus and minus, which you will be able to change values with, including exposure compensation. This dial is a little bit suspicious. If you remember the GR3, which most of us have now, this is a rocker. It's not a dial that you can rotate. You can jog it one way, left and right, and it will change values up and down, but it's also a push button that you can push in. This doesn't look like that. It looks like, with this guard around the wheel, this looks like a regular dial like we have on the front. So I don't think this is a button anymore. So how are you going to get the menu up when you're shooting? You know, the quick menu with the row of 5 icons across the top here. I'm not sure. Apart from that, you've got some standard buttons. But we are missing a little detail here from the GR2. The GR2 had a little button and a lever position just here that would let you either use it for focus lock or exposure lock, and then you could press the button in the middle. So that's gone. So button wise, it does look like we might be 1 or 2 buttons down compared to the GR3 and the GR2. So I'm not sure. Well, that doesn't look like a button to me. It looks like a standard rotating dial. And yeah, how's that going to pan out? The lens is getting an upgrade, probably because the IBIS is getting upgraded too. They've quoted a new lens with 7 elements, blah blah blah. 3 of them are aspherical, but I think I don't believe they'll be able to improve on sharpness because the Ricoh lens was sharp enough anyway. It's getting a tiny update to the sensor, going from 24 megapixels to 25 point something. Some people are already calling it a 26. It's not quite a 26 megapixel sensor, but is that really worth an upgrade? I don't know. Internal storage, like I said, 53 gigabytes. That sounds really nice. And the standard SD card slot has been swapped out with a micro SD card slot. And that's probably to save space. If you put in more features, a more powerful processor, maybe even a bigger battery in there, then those features might just require a little bit more internal space. But I'm thinking this is what they're going with now. If they're going for an autumn release, we're talking late September perhaps, then I'm guessing that the exterior design and the motherboard design and the way things fit together, they must be finalized by now. Otherwise, to start redesigning the exterior, and remember this is a magnesium alloy body that is milled, so it's not easy just to make changes on the fly. Another thing you've got on the dial up here, you've got SN along with P, AV, TV. You got this new SN. My guess is this is snap focus priority. They're trying to make that like a feature that is up there with manual and shutter priority and aperture priority. I did videos for that when it was introduced in the video in the GR3 snap focus priority. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever use that myself. I'm more of an aperture priority guy or full manual. What do I think about it? I think it's okay. Is it worth upgrading from a regular GR3 to this one? Probably not for me. If I was hell-bent on going full manual with my photography with the Ricoh GR and the rear dial was too unstable to control your ISO with, then maybe I would consider getting this with some physical improvements. But I'm really looking forward to see what people say about the change in the controls, the fact that this does not look like a proper button anymore that you can press in to get your menu up. If you're going to dedicate the FN button to that, then there are some things you might lose out, but this is just pure speculation. I love using the FN button myself to get exposure lock, and I have on some occasions used it for back button focus. Yeah, interesting stuff. So it's finally arriving. Maybe they will improve battery life, and the three main bugs of this camera for people have been battery life, sensor dust, and the rear dial problem. So if it looks like they've cured the rear dial problem, hopefully without sacrificing functionality of getting quick access to the menu parts that you love. Ibis is improved, internal memory is improved, so you can probably get away with just not having an SD card, although for faster transfers from the camera to my main computer, I do always take the SD card out, and I don't like using a cable to transfer images, and I don't like using Wi-Fi. I will do it when I'm abroad on holiday, but then again I've got the SD card reader adapter for that. So yeah, it's a bit hit and miss so far what we know, but we don't know everything. So let's give Ricoh a chance and hope they produce yet another great camera. Yeah, so that's it for now. Love to see what you guys think in the comments, and yeah, let's hope Ricoh nail it with the GR4. Bye for now.